Before December 15th, I want you to be able to look around your home and know if the lights go off, if the roads ice over, if the shop's empty, we're going to be okay. Because once we hit mid-December in the UK, three things collide. Christmas delivery cut-offs, winter storms, and a whole lot of people suddenly panic buying just in case. If you wait until after the 15th, the exact gear you need will either be out of stock, delayed, or twice the price. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 20 survival items to get before December 15th, so your family is ready for blackouts, frozen pipes, and whatever else this winter throws at us. Welcome to Charlie Survival. I make UK specific videos to help normal people quietly get crisis ready without going full bunker. If that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the rest of the winter series, and comment down below which of these 20 items you already got sorted and which one you are missing. That way we can all see we're not the only ones still catching up. Alright, let's actually get you ready. Here's what we're covering so you know exactly what you're getting from this video. 1 to 3, water, how you're going to drink and cook if the taps stop. 4 to 6, food that actually lasts and you'll actually eat. 7 to 10, power and light so your house doesn't turn into a cave. 11 to 14, warmth and clothing, getting ready for amber warning and whatever this winter throws at us. 15 to 18, first aid and hygiene, boring but critical. 19 to 20, tools and information, the stuff most people forget but my grandparents relied on during the 70s blackouts. Stick around for item 20, it's the one thing most tactical preppers ignore, but it's what actually keeps families together when things drag on for weeks. Water, the non-negotiable. 1. Stackable water containers. If the main supply is contaminated or a burst pipe shuts off, your supermarket meal deal isn't going to save you. Aim for at least 3 litres per person per day and try to have 3 days minimum in the house, more if you can. I like stackable food grade containers in the 5 to 10 litre range, dark plastic, proper caps and tough enough to chuck in the boot if you have to leave. Keep them out of direct sunlight and label the date you filled them. December 15th is your cut-off to grab these before everyone else is panic buying water. 2. A compact water filter. Stored water is great until you run out or need to drink from a stream, water butt or dodgy campsite tap. Get a small personal filter, something you can keep in a go bag or glove box. It turns questionable water into drinkable water and weighs next to nothing. In winter especially, burst pipes and flooding can make tap water unsafe. A filter means you're not burning precious gas or electric boiling every drop. 3. Water disinfection tablets. Redundancy is key. If your filter breaks or freezes, you want a chemical backup. A couple packs of purification tablets cost a few quid and can treat dozens of litres. Toss a pack in your kitchen drawer, one in your car kit, and one in your rucksack. They're not glamorous, but neither is leaning over with a stomach bug during a snowstorm. Food. Fuel for you, not just your shelves. 4. 3 to 7 days of no-cook food. Ask yourself honestly, if the power went right now, could you feed everyone for 3 days without using the fridge or oven? Before 15th of December, build a small no-cook stash. Tins of soup, beans, fish, chili. Instant oats you can make with just hot water, peanut butter, honey, crackers, cereal bars. Aim for stuff you already eat. Rotate it into your normal meals and replace what you use. No weird astronaut diets, just calories that keep you moving when Tesco is empty. 5. A box of long life just add water meals. Next level is a small stash of freeze-dried or dehydrated meals, the camping style pouches. Are they gourmet? No. Will they last 5 to 20 years in a dry cupboard and give you 400 to 800 calories in 10 minutes? Yes. I keep a few of my favourite fire pot meals in a crate labelled do not touch unless the grid is down, perfect for blackouts, leaks or when a storm traps you at home. 6. Manual tin opener and basic seasoning. The most British way to lose a survival challenge is to have 40 tins in the cupboard and no tin opener. Grab a spare robust manual can opener that lives with your emergency kit, not in the chaotic kitchen drawer. While you're there, throw in salt, pepper, stock cubes and tea bags. In a grim situation, a hot mug of tea and food that actually tastes of something does more to morale than any tactical gadget. Power and light, turning the cave back into a home. 7. Reliable torches and spare batteries. Don't rely on your phone torch, you need that battery for maps, photos and emergencies. Get at least one decent head torch per adult plus a couple of small handheld torches. Store spare double and triple A batteries in a plastic box so they're all in one place, easy to rotate. When the street lights go out at 4 PM and the wind is howling off the Atlantic, being able to see your own stairs suddenly matters a lot. 8. Blackout lantern. Torches are for moving, lanterns are for living. A simple LED lantern you can hang in the living room turns a blackout from terrifying into a strange cozy camping night at home. Look for something that runs on common batteries or has a built-in rechargeable pack you can top up from a USB power bank. If you're ready to become more resilient in the UK, head over to the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list. I've put lists together from items I've used and tested, from home survival to bug out kit. Click the link in the description after this video. 9. Power bank or small power station. Phones, radios and medical devices don't care that you're trying to live off grid, they just need electricity. At minimum, grab a chunky power bank you can charge up before storms hit. If your budget allows, consider a small power station that can run a router, charge laptops or power a light for hours. I'm not going to push a specific brand here, choose what fits your budget, but December is where these start selling out or taking weeks to arrive, so don't leave it late. 10. Wind up radio with torch. When the power and mobile signal go down together, you suddenly realize how much you rely on the internet to know what's going on. A wind-up or battery radio that picks up weather and local news lets you hear flood warnings, evacuation advice or updates from the authorities. Most of them also include a small torch and phone charging function. Think of it as your information lifeline when everything else goes quiet. Warmth, shelter and clothing. 11. Emergency blankets and sleeping bags. If heating fails during a cold snap, keeping core body temperature up becomes priority number 1. Have a combination of foil emergency blankets, cheap, tiny, brilliant under or over normal bedding. Decent sleeping bags rated for low temperatures, especially if you've got kids. Plan to coordinate the family into 1 or 2 rooms. Block drafts and layer people up like a human lasagna. 12. Plastic sheeting and tape. It's not sexy, but clear plastic sheeting and gaffer tape can reduce heat loss by covering leaky windows, seal a room off during a smoky fire or chemical spill, patch a broken window or roof leak temporarily. Roll it up, stick it in a cupboard and forget about it until a storm throws a branch through your window at 2 AM. 13. A solid pair of winter boots. Item 13 is one I'm genuinely excited about. Proper winter boots. When roads are flooded, pavements are icy and you're trudging to the shops or checking on a neighbour, cheap trainers are a fast track to wet feet and twisted ankles. For this winter's kit, the British brand Lancs have kindly sent me some boots to test. I've been wearing Lancs Ribchesters daily for a while now, and for this video they've gifted me some boots to pit through a proper UK thrashing. This isn't a paid ad, I'm not being sponsored for this video, but I do genuinely rate them. Handmade, tough soles, proper leather, and they look smart enough for town but sturdy enough for muddy moorland. Lancs have also set up an exclusive discount code CharlieSurvival for 10% off their current sale, with items up to 50% off. So if you're due an upgrade, it's a great chance to invest in boots that will outlast decades of cheap high street pairs. You can find the link in the description. Whether you choose Lancs or something else, make sure you own at least 1 pair of waterproof winter ready boots before 15th of December, or get a pair for someone in your family who needs them. I'm gifting the Rees to my partner. Your feet will thank you on the first icy morning dog walk. 14. Hats, gloves and layering system. Heat escapes fastest from your head, neck, wrist and ankles. Get a warm beanie or wool hat. Lined gloves you can still do basic tasks in. A few cheap base layers, thermal tops, leggings. The goal is to be able to dress like an onion. Lots of thin layers you can add or remove as you move around or go outside. Cotton hoodie and shorts won't cut it in a British blizzard. Medical and hygiene, boring but crucial. 15. Decent first aid kit. You don't need to become a paramedic, but you do need more than a packet of plasters. Buy or build a proper first aid kit with plasters, dressing, bandages, painkillers you actually use, sterile wipes, tweezers, burn gel. Then take 10 minutes to learn where everything lives, so you're not panicking in the dark when someone slices a hand open on a broken jar. 16. Trauma add-ons. Tourniquet and pressure bandage. For most families, one serious bleed is the thing that can turn drama into a tragedy. Think car crash, chainsaw accident, shattered glass. Add a genuine tourniquet and an Israeli-style pressure bandage to your kit. Get them from reputable sellers, not knockoffs. And this bit matters, take a short online course or read the instructions before you need them. Seconds count with major bleeding. 17. Hygiene and loo backup. During crisis, more people get sick from poor sanitation than anything else. Before December 15th, grab toilet roll, a small extra stash, baby wipes or biodegradable wipes, hand sanitizer and basic soap, a roll of heavy-duty bin bags and a spare bucket. With those items and a bit of sawdust or cat litter, you can improvise a loo when the water's off. Not glamorous, but better than the alternative. 18. Personal medication and copies of prescriptions. If you or someone in the household relies on daily meds, inhalers, insulin, heart tablets, treat those as survival gear. Make sure you keep at least a couple of weeks buffer if your doctor will allow it. Store them together in a grab-and-go pouch. Have written copies of prescriptions in case you have to see a different GP or pharmacy. This is one of those quiet prep items that never make it on a cool Instagram post, but it's the thing that really keeps you alive. Tools, information, and mindset. 19. Multi-tool and basic hand tools. A good multi-tool with knife, pliers, screwdrivers, scissors can fix half the little problems a storm creates. Loose screws, broken straps, bent metal. Back that up with a tiny hand toolkit. Adjustable spanner for turning off gas and water, screwdriver set, duct tape and paracord. Stick it all in one box labelled emergency tools and tell everyone where it lives. 20. Paper backups, contacts, maps, and a survival book. If your phone dies, what do you actually know? For most people, all our numbers, routes, and knowledge lives in our phones. That's fine until it isn't. Before December 15th, I want you to create a simple paper backup folder that lives with your kit. Printed emergency contacts, family, neighbours, GP, out of area contacts, a local OS map or printouts of your area, photocopies of ID, insurance, details, important documents, and at least one physical survival or first aid book, SES survival guide, emergency medicine handbook, something you can flip open when Google isn't there. So that's your list of 20 survival items to get before December 15th. You don't have to buy everything in one monster Amazon order. Chip away at it, and by the time the Met Office is issuing an amber warning and everyone else is panic buying de-icer and pot noodles, you'll be sitting there with a brew thinking we're sorted. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more winter survival and prepping videos, and head over to the Charlie Survival Amazon kit list where I've made your life easier and put everything in one place. You can find the link in the description. Now you know what to get before the warnings properly come in. It's time to see how you can make a home blackout kit for under £50. Click this video on screen now to learn all about it, and I'll see you over there.